lot of people looked really good in the semifinal. Oh man, this is exactly what I didn't want to have to deal with.
The job wasn't done. The job hadn't even started. This is serious, so we have to get war ready.
I was busy yesterday. What every Olympian does, I had to go and get my rings. It's gonna be on my body forever, and this is an accomplishment I always carry with me, so yes sir.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. My dad had a plan of having 2 athletic sons, so he went to the track meet to find a wife, and that's where he found my mom.
Well, I will say, never again on the ribs. It hurt too much.
That's a long duration pain.
Yeah, I think that's one reason I was able to stay on that table.
My relationship with my mom was, she coached me from when I started running track all the way through high school.
I hope everyone hydrated today.
And she did a very great job of separating mom from coach. The best thing that she did, she kept me a kid, even though I was experiencing all of that success.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready for April. You know what's in April? What? Short King Spring, baby.
AAU was amazing. AAU was amazing. I mean, just pure fun. You know, running with your teammates, running with your childhood best friends. And so my dad said, if he doesn't break 2, he'll continue to play football because he wanted me to play football. My mom was like, all right, bet. So they made that bet.
He's going to kill this record. By how much is the question?
And we ended up running 156. So
We didn't know it until we were actually about to go to the next Olympics when he was 14, that he actually was the world record holder for the 13-year-old.
Don't say not to Kyle this.
yeah, the investment that Brooks made in the beast has been very evident. We took a tour around the building and we see the space that we're gonna be able to work in. And we got a little piece of it in there too, which will be dope.
So how Brandon joined the team was a little bit interesting. So his mom DM'd us on Instagram.
My mom actually hit Garrett up.
Started talking to her.
He was like, oh, I thought you were signed. And he was like, no, not yet, we're not signed.
And I knew who he was. I was pretty excited when that happened.
Brooks brought me down to Albuquerque.
Really quickly flew him to Albuquerque.
And that was the first time I was actually around the team and was able to get exposed to team culture.
Where the office is just located is Runner's Haven, for sure. We're a block from the lake. We're 1 block from the Burt Gilman, which is a normal training run.
This is my first time seeing this space. I'm just very grateful.
I'm standing on this really cool turf field right now that we can do sled pulls from, which is awesome.
But it gets me excited about the future of the Beast and what we'll be able to achieve.
Honestly, the sky's the limit when I think of this space because we haven't had this before.
And I came away from that trip just mesmerized, amazed. Being able to see the team culture in action kind of reminded me of college. The weight room, the nutritionists, the trainers, the coaches, and everything. It was kind of very easy for me to see myself being successful in that system. At that point, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. The team, baby.
Candy, baby.
No, I've had this car since my sophomore year of college. The first time I saw her, her name is Candy. That's her name. I bought her off the floor, man, and it was had her ever since. So I live in Seattle, so I was able to drive down to Eugene for trials. Yeah.
Gosh, watching him in the trials it's just stressful.
Coming off the LA Grand Prix, I just started to put down consistent workout after consistent workout. It was you know like they call it the flow state. I was just yelling everything, you know. And then we go to Portland. I PR by 10 seconds in the 1500. So I knew I was stronger than I had ever been.
And a lot of people looked really good in the semifinal, showing up out of the woodwork. Dudes that are running like over 1 second PBs, and I'm like, oh man, this is exactly what I didn't want to have to deal with.
You know, I was able to watch the first half of trials, and I was like, yeah, this is serious, so we have to get war ready.
Going in, 144.3 would make the team. You walk out of the semis, and I was like, you're gonna need to run 43 again, and that might not make it.
I didn't have any time to feel complacent about the time that I just ran. The job wasn't done. The job hadn't even started. And then the final was amazing. I think I got a little too excited on the back stretch, to be honest with you.
And then his style, at least this year, was being a little bit more front running, which is nerve-wracking. Tried to take the lead at like 600, which is just scary to do because then you're being hunted.
I think coming down the final stretch, I was looking at the clock like, man, we're running fast, but rather than finishing through the line.
There was just something like really joyful about Brandon making that team. Because of the things that we talk about with him, he's just an easy person to really be a fan of.
Being able to cross that line and call myself an Olympian was a dream come true. I mean, that was something I was dreaming about since I was 10 years old. And to finally call myself an Olympian was such a blessing, man. I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Lord. So.
Miller.
Almost every vet on the team came to me and said, I'm so glad he came here. This was within like a couple of weeks of him being on the team.
It's the energy. I mean, Brandon brings the energy.
I like to bring the energy, like Julian said.
And it doesn't matter if it's sunny, if it's raining. Brandon's standing there, he's smiling, screaming at you to get over there. You give him a hug and you feel better about yourself and you're ready to go.
The encourager is my role. For me, it was just surrounding myself with the right people, really focusing in on the process.
Textbook athlete of who I'd want to work with. We were talking for 20 minutes yesterday about biomechanics, because he'd been watching footage of himself race. So that's work. Very rare to have somebody that age that would be willing to do that. There's nutrition, there's sleep, there's recovery, there's physical therapy, there's the weight room, also the hard workout days. Like I just listed off 6 things. He checks those 6 boxes phenomenally well for somebody that was 21, 22 years old.
So the folks running 3 to 4 by the mile.
But it also was showing that there's a lot of meat left on the bone because his volume could go up quite a bit more.
My progression has been huge. It turned me into a mileage boy.
The gauge about like 7-8 seconds a mile slower for that hilly section.
You know, Brandon was very sprint-based before he came here, and so whenever he's getting here and we're telling him to triple his mileage compared to what he was doing previous, I think that's a leap.
They say jump, I say how high. Let's go, let's do it.
5:30, 5:29, 5:23, 5:28, 75 seconds rest. Feeling a little tired after the start, bro. He's like, you got one more in you. I was like, you right.
Not only do I want to be the best, Brooks wants to be the best team in the world.
Yeah, we got some good work in. Just building up, man.
I backed him down a little bit last year. I think he can run quite a bit faster than he's run. We're just scratching the surface.
Aim for the best, aim for the best.